Yeah, this is the 22nd. Yeah, 22nd of April. Temperature has surged up into the 40s, low 40s, but still. Here we are. I'm standing on the sand, barefooted, trying to get the energy of Vrindavan. And the sun just was making this sand like you would cook your feet. Yeah, if I would have come out here just 30 minutes earlier, I'd be cooking my feet here. And now I can feel coolness. I can feel coolness coming up. So just in a 30-minute no sun, all of a sudden you're feeling so good. Yeah. And you're taking advantage of the spiritual side too, but now there's always some planning. Well, there's always some planning because somebody wants to make a situation, so there's some resources being moved. Resources. So there's still some planning and they're getting. See, these boats are made from really bad steel. They don't last. So all of a sudden you buy a $1.5 lakh boat, and less than 5 years it's already going under. And you can't change it because it's the whole boat. And to be able to paint it and everything all the time, difficult. So you lose the boat. So nobody claims the boat, and they just let it go down. And that's what's going to happen to every one of these boats out here. That's the inevitable thing, that all of them are just going to sink in less than 5 years. So it's not such a good investment for a person who's having trouble. They just let these 2 boats go into here. Anyway, yeah. There's always the efforts of groups trying to trying to get the people to notice, that they should keep the place clean. But even at that, somebody dumps a whole boat inside the Yamuna, and so it takes up a lot of. It just takes. Look at the machine they had to bring. The machine they had to bring just to get it out of the Yamuna. That's a really heavy endeavor. Now, this is made with this, upper wall, but the lower wall is like where the regular Yamuna Devi comes. That right there is the regular spot where the Yamuna Devi comes. And you go out just about 5 feet and it drops more. So so that is the. It's just always incredible to me to see that they can maintain that level, even with hardly any water coming down. They know how much water should go through the dams, and they maintain this level because this is the safest level. This is the known level, the safest level, and everything. And then the whole harbor is made in that way. And the boatmen themselves, they work these little mounds, and they make mounds so you can go down easier and everything. The boatmen do it themselves. They bought the bags, they filled the bags, they put the bags, they don't wait for the government to come and do it. They want to make sure it gets done. So it's a lot of work here, and it's all being offered directly or indirectly to Yamuna Devi. That's the object of the whole thing. Well, why I'm saying that is that, they're thinking of bringing cruisers. The amount of draft that a cruiser has, I would say maybe the least, unless you got this flatboat cruiser, you can't go that big, because then it makes it top heavy and it'll just turn over to the side. Yeah, but a regular cruiser, you would have a draft at least 15 feet. At least 50, 5 meters down. And you look at that. They were taking sand out, and the sand just kept on coming. Yeah, they were taking sand out, and the sand just kept on coming. So we can have a plan here, but you got to see if Yamuna Devi accepts your plan, not some committee of some city or anything like that, but does Yamuna Devi actually accept your plan? It looks right there like a lot of work was done on a dredger. That's where the dredger sat. A lot of work was done by the dredger, and Yamuna Devi gave him more sand than he could get rid of. Oh, it just shows the endeavor of the human being. You got to make sure that the endeavor of Mother Nature is there. It just won't come about. I bet you they didn't expect it to fill up so fast. They make mounds of it over there on the other side, and then all of a sudden Krishna's just filling it up so much. Yeah. They lifted it up. They lifted it, like I said, maybe 7 to 10 feet. Yeah. About 3 meters high. They lifted it up, and still, all of a sudden you see that the sand is still over here, making quite a big island over there. That's a new island. On the dry season, that island wasn't there. Now it's there. So that is just done. You took away her sand, and she brought more sand. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, it's quite a lot. Yeah. Oh, Jaya, Yamuna Devi. Okay. Next big thing is the Ekadasi coming up. Pretty sure it's 27th. Like I said, 24th on Friday is one of the biggest Devi worships. Balamukti. The remover of bad things, but you can't really say that because it's her energy is just divisions of her. So she isn't really a remover of her own energy, You got to first you have to claim that you're a real devotee, prem bhakti, and then she can remove. But otherwise, why should she remove her own energy that she sent? There's no sense to that. So they can adopt so many names and give Devi so many names, but actually if you don't become a devotee, You can't remove the obstacles in the real obstacles. The real obstacles can only be removed if the person becomes a bhakta. Oh, my Devi, Devi, come on, Yachakshresha Savita Sakar Katani Maturamutra Shesha Teja Yasyagya Yam Pramata Sambrita Kala Chakra Govinda Mari Brusham Namahamajami Jai Devi